Marie Antoinette was born in 1755 in Vienna as the 15th child of Empress Maria Theresa. She grew up in a world of wealth, music, and strict royal traditions. At the age of 14, she was promised to Louis Auguste of France, a shy prince who would later become King Louis XVI. Their marriage was meant to strengthen the alliance between Austria and France. When she arrived in France, Marie was welcomed with grand ceremonies. But she immediately felt the pressure of being a foreign princess in a court full of strict rules. Life in the French court demanded perfection. Every step she took was watched, judged, and whispered about. Marie struggled to adapt to these expectations. Louis Auguste eventually became King Louis XVI in 1774. At just 19, Marie Antoinette became Queen of France. Though she felt unprepared for the role, as queen, Marie longed for freedom from the endless rules of Versailles. She spent time in the Petit Trianon, a small estate where she escaped the pressures of court life. Her love for fashion, parties, and luxury soon became a subject of gossip. Though much of it was exaggerated, the people blamed her for France's financial problems. Pamphlets and cartoons spread across Paris, portraying her as extravagant and careless. The nickname Madame Deficit began to follow her everywhere. Despite the criticism, Marie devoted herself to her children. Becoming a mother softened her public image, but did little to calm the rising anger in France. By the late 1780s, France faced deep economic crisis and famine. The people demanded change, and the monarchy became the main target of their frustration. In 1789, the French Revolution began. Crowds stormed the Bastille, and revolutionary ideas spread rapidly. Marie Antoinette became a symbol of royal excess. The royal family was forced to move from Versailles to Paris under the watch of the revolutionary crowds. Their freedom slowly disappeared. Marie tried to stay strong for her children, but the hostility around her grew every day. Even her smallest actions were twisted into accusations. In 1791, the royal family attempted to escape Paris, but they were recognized and arrested in Varennes, turning public opinion even more against them. The monarchy was abolished in 1792, and Louis XVI was executed soon after. Marie Antoinette was left a widow in a hostile, collapsing world. She was imprisoned in the Conciergerie, a cold and harsh prison. Her health weakened, yet she refused to beg for mercy. During her trial, she faced false accusations and political hatred. Her calm and dignity surprised even her enemies. Marie Antoinette's hair had begun turning white in the final days before her execution. Historical accounts claimed that this sudden change had been caused by the extreme stress and fear she endured in prison. She had been separated from her children and left alone in a cold, silent cell. She had faced constant interrogations and had listened every night to the distant shouts of angry crowds outside. She already knew that her fate had been sealed. The overwhelming anxiety had weakened her body and spirit day by day. By the time she was brought to trial, witnesses said her once golden hair had turned almost completely white. This dramatic transformation later became known as the Marie Antoinette Syndrome. symbolizing how deeply the human spirit could suffer under terror and despair. On October 16, 1793, she was sentenced to death by guillotine. She walked to the scaffold with quiet courage. Her last words were an apology to her executioner for stepping on his foot. Even in her final moments, she held on to her dignity. Marie Antoinette's life became a legend, misunderstood, exaggerated, and debated for centuries. But behind the myths, she was a young woman caught in the storm of history. Her story reminded the world that even queens were human, shaped by fear, hope, duty, and the unforgiving power of their time. Today, Marie Antoinette remains a symbol of both luxury and tragedy, a woman whose life ended too early, yet left a lasting mark on European history.